Hey, oh sorry.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Mel here and I'm here with my partner Zach.
Hi there.
We're here to talk about our relationship. Isn't that right, babe?
Yeah, went pretty much straight into long distance.
That
Long
too.
distance
Freudian
for
slip.
like 5 months. I moved to France for 5 months, almost a few weeks after we met, really. So we started off very long distance for a long time.
Yeah, that's right. We met on Tinder and we hung out for 3 weeks. We knew that he was leaving and we were like, maybe we'll not date, but then we decided to. So yeah, so we're here to show our insight about the time that we spent and the things that we learned. So to share our insight, we're going to answer 5 of the commonly asked questions that we get when we are talking to people about our long distance relationship. So I'll start with asking little Zachy here. So did you have any doubts when we started long distance?
Look, I did. I absolutely just assumed we would break up. My assumption going into it, honestly, was that we weren't going to make it. And I just thought, you know what, I'll just give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? We end up breaking up. But I honestly went in pretty pessimistic because I thought, realistically, we've known each other for a month or so before we left, and I was leaving for, at that time, we thought 6 months, so I thought we had between Buckley's and no chance, but I was willing to give it a go, and so, yes, I had a lot of doubts, I suppose you could say. What about you?
I had no doubts. That's an easy one.
Oh, okay.
I think I was...
Well, there you go. I am a pessimistic dude, okay.
No, I had no doubts. I went into it being like, this is going to be easy, it's going to be really quick. And then we'll be good together from then.
Well, in my defense, Mel was much cooler than me, so I thought she'd have a lot of very cool people knock on her door very often.
No, it's not true.
Okay, question number 2 is, did you ever think I would cheat on you?
No.
Your answers are boring. You're going to need to do better than that.
No, I wasn't.
No doubts, wasn't worried. Come on, extrapolate.
I wasn't worried. I think that Zach was very forthcoming with his feelings and gave me nothing to worry about in terms of trust. So yeah, I had no feelings that you would cheat on me at all.
Yeah, I was exactly the same. I didn't think Mel would.
No.
I think if it ever came to a time where she was thinking those kind of thoughts, she'd probably be honest with me, tell me, and probably break up with me. So I never had any doubts really that she'd do something behind my back.
No, that's true. I would just break up with you.
Exactly right. So
and
easy.
So would you.
Yeah, exactly right.
So next question. What was your least favourite part about being long distance?
Least favourite part? I mean, it's easy. It's just the no physical contact, really. The fact that you only see someone through a screen for so long. It's nice. I'm glad we have the technology now for it to happen. That it's more than just pen pals, but you definitely miss hugging, kissing the person. You miss just having them there, really. So that was of it for me, was the part that I didn't like the most. What about you?
The hardest part for me was a bit different. I think I really struggled with the communication and staying on top of being as chatty as you have to be when you're in a long distance relationship. And missing kissing this one, obviously. But I am not much of a talker, so I really struggled to remember to send messages and stay on top of being a good partner to someone who's not around.
Yeah, that was definitely an issue that we ran into early on. Was we would both definitely had different amounts of communication. I talk a lot more than Mel does, and so that was something we ended up talking about, because yeah, that did create some minor conflicts in the beginning, where I felt like she wasn't talking much, and that she was getting over me, but for her she was just being kind of her normal. So we ended up having to me expecting less messages, but also Mel kicking up the amount she did talk, so we ended up finding a middle ground.
More quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and what was your favourite thing about being long distance?
You appreciate time talking to the person a lot more. Like, I appreciated when we'd video call and I'd see Mel's face. You appreciate that a lot more. When you're getting it less, you appreciate it more. So I think you were genuinely excited to see their face come up on that FaceTime, you know? Like, it made you really appreciate the times you did have chatting and making those kind of connections. Yeah, you appreciated it.
I think I really enjoyed having a pocket boyfriend, I guess. Like, just someone to communicate with when I wanted to, that was in my pocket, I guess. It was nice. Also, that sounds weird, but it's true. It's something that, like, you know, like, I can take you anywhere with me, I guess. As well as the times that we did spend talking were very special and very nice, and it's good to get to know someone without as much of the physical thing. I think that means that we've got a bit of a different kind of connection that can last through certain challenges.
Very true. Mm-hmm. Okay, so next question we're doing is, what did you actually find the easiest about being in a long distance relationship?
I thought I would struggle with the non-physical activity aspect of it, because I'm quite a touchy, cuddly person, and I generally communicate through touch more than I do through talking. So for me, having someone that was not far, not close, I thought that would be really challenging, but it was actually, I didn't find it that much of a challenge at all for me.
And for me, it's going to sound weird, I suppose, but I think the time I found much easier. It sounded like 6 months. It ended up only being 5. I came back early, but it goes much quicker than you think. We always sit there and we'll say, oh my God, I can't believe the year's gone by so quick. But the same thing with your relationship. You felt like you're always going, oh, 5 months, 6 months is a long time. But then before you knew it, you went, oh, we're halfway there. Oh, actually, I come back next month. Oh my God, I'm on a plane tomorrow. It actually went much quicker, I think, especially with Mel working and I was over there studying French, that because you were busy most of the days, it really just rolled along. So I mean, it can sound like a long time on paper, but really just living your life through that, the time goes by pretty darn quickly. So I think I actually found the time to be the easiest part. It just flew by.
Yeah, and I came to visit you.
Yeah, and she also came to visit me. Halfway through, we saw Paris and Prague and everything.
And I saw
Budapest. Yeah, you can watch all the other videos.
All right, so final question. What advice would we give to other couples who are about to embark on a long distance relationship?
I think for me, it would just be communication. And that's not simply, like we said, the amount of it. Like, I think you need to sit down and talk about expectations, because like we found, the expectations ended up being different, and everyone always thinks the way they do things is normal and makes sense, but the truth is everyone, even if you're well matched and you're very similar in a lot of ways, is never going to be completely bang on. So I think you need to sit down and have a really honest, truthful heart to heart about what you want, what you expect, and basically try and come up with a compromise where you're both happy, because if you don't, you'll end up where we did, and it was a bit of a horrible time for a little bit while we figured that out. So if you can get that organised and figured out before you leave, I think you're going to save yourself a whole lot of drama and worry.
Yeah. My advice would be to stay positive. I think one of the great things, I mean, of course, me and Zach were in a really new relationship, which makes it easier. But one of the things that I found my strength in was that I had a really positive outlook on it from the get-go. I was like, we're going to go into this and it's going to be very quick and I'll see you soon. And I didn't really think about it much past that, and I thought it would be fine, and it was. Except for our little like hiccups with me not talking.
And send nudes to each other. Have a little fun with it. It sounds stupid, but have a little fun with it. I mean, obviously, if you're dating, you hopefully trust the person enough, and because we did from time to time, and I think it was good. I think it had a positive impact. Really, it helps you feel a little closer when you can't be physically there. I think just trying to keep that part of the relationship alive. I
Yeah.
don't think it has to completely die because you're over in long distance, you know. Like, find whatever your relationship's comfortable doing, but I think it can be important. You don't want to let that doesn't have to completely die when you're long distance.
No, we didn't let it.
Yeah.
No, we
So
didn't let it.
I that would be another thing I think you'd encourage. Really.
Unless you're under 18, then don't send snaps.
Well, no, that would technically be child pornography. Don't do that. Don't do that. But that's it. Okay.
All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel. I make videos about things and stuff. Thank you so much.
Subscribe and like down below. Thank you very much, Mum.